Hey everyone. Well, I found another issue with the Jeep Liberty that needs some attention. I've been out and about today enjoying the nice weather. It's been close to 30 Celsius out, pretty warm. AC's been working great. Stopped by Home Depot to pick up a couple items, came back out to the vehicle, and I found that a couple of my speed settings for the blower control are not working. I've been through this before. I know what the problem is. The module is located behind the glove box. It's a real easy project, but I'll save the details for the install. I'm just going to go online right now, see if I can order a part for it. Hopefully it comes in tomorrow. If there's going to be a delay, I'll just check out a couple of local auto parts stores, see what they have in stock. But hopefully it all goes smooth. So I'll leave it at that for now, and I'll get back to the video when the parts come in. See you in a bit. Okay, we made it back sooner than I expected. I ordered the module through Amazon this morning just before 10 a.m. and it showed up on my door just past 4 p.m. For same day delivery on a Saturday through Amazon, that's pretty good. Thanks Amazon, good job. Anywho, I thought I'd go over the tools that you're going to need for this project first, and then we'll move on inside and I'll show you a couple little shortcuts I've learned in the past from having to do this particular repair twice now, once on my older Jeep Liberty and once about 2.5 years ago on this Jeep Liberty. So we'll start with the tools. You've got standard needle nose. You can probably get away without these, but in both cases I found this quite handy to remove the old module. I'll show you what I mean when we get on inside. You're going to need an 8mm wrench and 8mm socket, or you can also use 5/16 wrench and socket. So you know both sizes will work just fine for this project. In my case here, I happen to have a closed end wrench with a ratchet on it. It's useful, saves a couple of minutes, not necessary, but nice to have. You've got your standard 8mm socket, 1/4" drive ratchet, extension, and a manual driver for the extension. Again, I'll show you what I mean when we get inside. It can make the job a little easier. This is the kit that I ordered through Amazon. I don't need the harness or the wire connectors. This just happened to be the only kit that was available that I could find for same-day delivery, so I just ordered it. The previous module that I had in my 2007 Jeep Liberty was the Dorman product. It only lasted about 2.5 years, so I was not going to order Dorman again. This kit was actually cheaper than the Dorman with the harness and the connectors. Hopefully it's an okay product, but just so you know, this is A Premium is the company name. The OEM part number is here, and I'll also have it on screen and in the description for you. It's Mopar OEM part number 5139719AA. Just do a search in Google or on Amazon and you'll find some product that'll work. There's lots of cheap ones out there, mid-range, and the OEM is just too expensive anyways. But who knows, I can use this harness possibly in the future, not likely. Wire connectors, I can just throw them in the old wire connector kit. And I know this is the right one. I absolutely recognize it. For sure this is the right fit. So I'm gonna move everything on inside to the Jeep and we'll get on removing the old module and installing the new module. So we'll get on to it right about now. Before I go on with the removal and installation of the new module, I'm just going to go over what the situation is here. Key is on in the run position right now. You'll notice it's on setting number 1 for the blower fan. Everything's dead. Setting number 2, dead. Setting number 3, she starts blowing like a son of a gun. And number 4 blows even harder. Back to 3, back to setting number 2. Gone. Setting number 1 is gone. So from previous experience, I know that the module's gone. I don't have to bother testing anything else. I know what the problem is. So I'm going to move on to the installation now, and hopefully everything goes smooth. Okay, now we move on to removing the HVAC blower motor resistor module. First, you want to open your glove box. You want it emptied out because we're going to be removing the glove box here. It's easier than you might think. On each side of the glove box, there's two little tabs. You just push those in towards each other. Drop the glove box, slide it to the right, and she pulls right out of your way, no problem. You can leave it in place, but it does make it a lot easier with the glove box removed out of your way. Now you can see this is the harness that's attached to the module itself. It's plugged in like so. There's a little red tab under here. If you just reach under, grab it with your nail, unlock it. You heard the click, she popped open. Then in front of the red tab, there's a little black tab you need to press in as you're pulling out the harness. Now this one's a little stiff. It'll come out, but I'm going to show you what I do with the needle nose here. You just grab it in the top center right there. There's no connections inside there, so nothing to worry about. Just grab it, ready to pull. And when you find the tab, you just push up on the little black tab and pull straight out. There you go. Needle nose can make the job a little easier. Now what I was talking about with the tabs here, you can see you got the red tab. Originally it was locked in place. So when you're reaching under here, pulling it out, you're just unlocking the red tab. Pulls out like that. And in front of the red tab, you've got the little black tab that you need to push down as you're pulling the harness out. Push down, pull out, and there you go. So I'm going to get this guy out of the way. And we will start with the 8mm socket. We'll put it on the extension, makes it a little bit easier. Get it on the top one. We're just going to remove this one completely to start. Oh, there she goes. And we found it. The bottom one, the socket will not work. No matter what angle you try at, it just doesn't fit because this little bracket plastic piece is in the way. Even with the swivel on the socket, it just doesn't work. You can't get in there. This is where you need the wrench. Now I'll start with this guy. We just got the closed end. If you just take your time, start going counterclockwise and keep turning, click, 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 on and on, it'll come off. Like I said earlier, I happen to have a ratchet closed end tip on here. So I'm just going to put pressure on the ratchet so it keeps clicking for me. Get her in there and we'll take her off. You can do it with an open end also and the closed end, a standard wrench. This just makes it a little quicker, but it's really not necessary. If you don't have it, just keep picking away at it. It'll come out for you eventually. And there we go. We have number 2 out. Now we just want to pull the module out. And you can see pretty clearly this one has got moist over the couple of years it's been in. It's the Dorman product, and this thing didn't last 2.5 years, maybe even closer to 2 years. You can see some corrosion going on here. Bottom line, this thing's garbage. So here we go with the A Premium resistor module. I'm just going to slide it in, make sure we got it going in the right way. There we go. Tab is down. It only fits one way, so you can't screw up. There is a little bit of a seal on there, so you want to make sure it's straight in place. We'll start with the top screw. That's always the easiest. It's usually the easiest. Kind of a bad angle to try not to hit the camera. I'll just start it by hand. There we go. We'll get it in just slightly snug. We want to make sure when we get the second screw in there that the seal is set properly. This one we'll just start by hand also. There, she's held in place. And I'll get my little closed end ratchet on there. Go. I'm just going to make sure the seal is good. Yeah, it feels good. So I'm going to snug this guy up just a little bit. Don't overdo it. Just get her slightly snug. We'll snug up the top one. Looks good. Get the harness back up here. Slide her into the resistor module. There, nice and tight. We're going to put the little red tab back into lock position, snapped into place. Looks good. Gonna turn the key on here. Just make sure everything works. We're on setting 1. You can see everything's blowing great. Setting 2, speeds up just fine. Confirm 3 works good, and 4 looks good. Let's get the key back off, get this guy back into position, and just put everything back in place in reverse. Glove box, just hook it onto the right side of the mounts, slide it to the left, snap it in place, and we are all done. So there you go. You can now replace your HVAC blower resistor module and get your fan blowing the way it should. So I hope the video was useful for at least somebody out there. If you found it at all entertaining or useful, please consider a like or subscribe. I would appreciate it. Thanks a lot, and bye for now.